West in Seattle this year.
On?
They'll be the first real convention since PAX East of 2020.
Well,
One
I'm
first
pretty sure when
real
I saw y'all booth, I was
convention
like, wait,
since PAX
this is
East
their
of
booth.
2020.
Saw the booth.
One
I'm
first
pretty sure
real
when I saw y'all booth, I was
convention
like, wait,
since PAX
this is
East
their
of
booth.
2020.
Like they wanted.
GCX, we had fun at GCX.
It was fun. It was
We
fun.
had
It
fun.
was.
Wait, GCX space or actual GCX?
Space and
Space.
we'll be in Orlando next year too.
Wait, y'all were in the space? I didn't see you.
We were
Oh yeah, we were there.
right actually across from St. Jude.
Yeah,
So
right
y'all
next
were
to Wharf
actually in there. How
Train.
long were y'all there? I was there the entire time.
I think
Me
so
too.
were we.
We were there too.
You should have saw me. I was that guy named Anonymous.
Yeah, same. I was anonymous too.
I was.
Yeah, with that default skin.
I never mind.
I was that guy named Anonymous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I
guy
was
with the pants and the
anonymous, too.
shoes.
Well,
I was the guy
You
who-
could have seen me if you know it was me. I was talking to the wall, so that's what it felt like. Cause no one could hear me. So you could catch me. I was literally talking to the wall behind the St. Jude box. Literally. That's how everybody knew who I was, and they took pictures of it too. Found Maze. He was talking to the wall. Yeah. Cause I don't think I'm weird or anything, but that's the only person I get talked to because I can't hurt anybody.
Yep.
Yeah.
Out in the
I think it would have
void.
been a major experience if everything would have went well.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential for that sort of platform, especially online now, because it really opens up more opportunity for accessibility for people that can't make it to all these awesome events that
Do you think
happen.
they'll bring it back?
I think they will. Maybe not with GCX, but you might see a different convention adopt it. Which, I mean, Gen XP were the people that were running it, and the people that was their brainchild, and
Recording in progress.
they actually own that platform and everything. So
Let me hide my camera from here. This makes more sense. Give me 1 second.
sure.
Joe, I do not consent for this meeting to be recorded, so I will be leaving.
Our meeting is not till tomorrow, so
No, it must have been a new Zoom update. That was the first time I've ever seen it say consent to record.
it did it last time. It did
Not
it
for
last
us.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I
can
wasn't.
change-
I
can
wasn't
change
here
the
on
view
the
of this.
last cast.
What's that?
What's
I
this
wasn't
view?
here on the last cast.
Now the review full screen.
If you go
I want it.
view, there should be a gallery view that you can do.
No, I just
Yep.
wanted it like that so everybody could like see everything, not just see all that.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, you're big. You're huge on the screen right now.
Yeah, I know.
Oh god.
I don't like it.
I consent to this.
I
100%.
don't like it.
I embrace it. No, but yeah, I think they'll bring that back. And just with anything new, there's going to be issues. And we were a part of the test the week prior, and it worked perfectly. It was very just fluid, just worked. And maybe it just got overloaded. Who knows what happened? But I think once they isolate that, figure it out, they'll have something that'll really be amazing. Because it's all about that with conventions, a big part of it is that social interaction that you get. It's the atmosphere, the feeling of a convention. And you definitely got that just repeat like crowd sound. But having people, when you're running by them, you run by their circle and they're having a conversation with somebody else and you kind of run through it, really makes you feel like you're on a show floor when you get close to somebody. So it's really unique, and I think it's a great idea. And as soon as they figure it out, it's going to be gold. So
Yeah, it was really special when we were doing the tech demo. All the features that they had built in there, and we kind of hacked it when it went live without the voice chat. We were actually in the GCX Discord in their voice channel, and we were meeting people left and right in there. So
Okay.
yeah, make the best of it.
No,
you know?
I was going through the most worst experience. I thought it was very bad on my end. I'm over here streaming it. They're like, Maze, I see y'all. Like, I don't see any of y'all. You guys are invisible.
Yeah, that was a thing at the beginning. It's like, dude, I'm at the booth. So am I.
That's
Where?
But I was in that mob call when you guys were all dancing, doing the flash mob in the space station.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like he said, he was anonymous.
Oh my god.
When we tracked down
We're
Mrs.
all
Lupo
anonymous.
Y'all tracked it down Miss Lupo. I couldn't even see Miss Lupo. She was invisible on my screen, but a lot of other people can see.
It
All right.
was an experience.
It really was.
All right, who's rolling the intro?
By law, I
Man.
cannot, unfortunately.
Whose law?
It's in my contract.
I don't have a contract.
Whoa.
Oh.
Not yet.
First of all-
My
Want one? I'll
my
make you
bullcrap
one.
meter just tagged. I'm sorry.
You don't have a contract.
Well, it's the contract that we discussed where I am to do plugs, and due to situations, cannot do intros. It's just one of those things.
Okay.
My
all
agent
right.
called your agent. Did you get the
Don't
combo?
have agents, but yeah, sure. We'll go with it. I mean, yeah, no.
You didn't hear from the law offices of Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe?
I was just gonna make a comment about hot cider, but I'm totally gonna leave that alone. I'm hearing like every infomercial and radio advertisement in my head.
That's
now.
a three. If I'm not mistaken, that's a Three Stooges bit. I'm
Is it?
almost
No.
positive.
Dewey,
I'm
Cheatham, and
almost
Howe?
positive. Hold on. I know we're live and like ready to go, but this takes precedent.
Wait, this podcast sidetrack? No.
I'm
Are you-
already
are
having a
you
good time.
literally-
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this is just beautiful. Like,
Yes, it was the Stooges.
uh,
Well done. You've
Fact-checking
shown your
that.
age.
There you go. Wait,
Yeah, I'm
was it
30.
Curly or
Shemp.
Hold on.
There we go. There's the guy showing his age right there.
What?
Shep?
Shemp.
No, I thought it was Shep.
Oh, it's Shemp.
Okay, here's another question before we get going. While he's Googling and fact checking, what was in Popeye? What was his nemesis, his enemy's name?
Pluto.
Pluto?
what's it?
Pluto.
I can't
Yeah.
remember. All
My-
I remember
Wait,
is them eating
what was that?
Popeye's enemy.
Popeye's enemy.
Because you
Or was
had
it
olive
Brutus
oil,
or
you had
something like that?
Popeye, you
Oh, it
had
was Pluto.
Pluto.
It was Pluto.
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 Okay. I'm glad you say this, and I'm glad I'm recording this, because now I have all of you saying this, because my father, to this
Thinks it's
day,
Brutus?
thinks it's Brutus, and he
Yep.
named a dog Brutus, and would advertise it as, that's, Popeye's enemy right there, Brutus. Yeah, I'm like, Dad, it's not Brutus. I swear to God. Nope, it's Brutus. I gotta
Oh,
put
do
that-
we burn him in Howe? Not do we cheat him in Howe?
All right, I'm glad we got that out of the way.
Same thing.
What
It's
do
a
they call
Stooges
that?
bit.
The Mandela
riveting.
effect, right?
My God. This is great.
Amaze, are you cool when we introduce you and everything for is it just Amaze?
Yeah,
Works?
that's totally fine.
Okay.
Amaze is perfectly fine.
I love it. Okay. All right. Matt, you got your fact checking out of the way?
Yeah, I did. I was somewhat correct. It's a Stooges bit.
Okay. For the next week, I'm going to be sending you Three Stooges gifts just randomly. Just so we can live this.
No joke. My father used to collect the VHSs of them, and I can't curse right now, but like Hurricane Sandy, they were all in the basement.
Y'all don't have
Took
to hold
away-
it. I'm turning on the rated M. You good?
took away everything, and we had like boxes of them. I was very upset. I used to watch them as a kid. It was fun.
See, you watch Three Stooges.
I'm a s-
I was a Abbott and Costello fan.
I liked Abbott and Costello too. I'm a 50-year-old man in a 30-year-old's body.
You want your heart
And
to
that's-
just explode? Watch the Three
Even that's
Stooges
debatable.
biopic.
When you say explode, will I cry or will I have a heart attack? Which one?
Cry. Like it was.
Oh, all
it
right.
was a very sad.
Rather than not do that one.
Like what happened to them. Like even Mo at the end. Like He was like at
I
the
heard it wasn't good.
big stars, everything, made lots of money for the studios, and in the end, he was getting people sandwiches. You know.
You know, guys, in lieu of the Guardians MH podcast, we're going to do our
Yeah.
new spin-off, the Three Stooges podcast.
Well, not just Three Stooges. Let's just do era podcast. Comedy and era. And we'll start with the 30s,
Or we'll do a rewatch
Wow.
podcast.
or we'll just do our
go-
podcast.
My
Who wants to
gosh.
do that?
This was a hard derail. All right, so
Sorry.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
good night, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
All right, I will go ahead and we have a disclaimer that we read at the beginning of every podcast. Depending on what conversations we have and this and that, we like to have that at the front of every podcast, so we record it live. Sometimes it can get kind of funny, and then we jump right into it. So if you got any questions, anything like that, feel free to ask. And if chat has any questions, they can jump in at any time. And we love to interact with everybody. So we encourage everybody to join the conversation as well. So, all right. So I'm not going to do a clap or anything. I'm just going to give it a second. The information presented in this podcast is of a general nature and is intended for educational and entertainment purposes. While many of the people here have some form of mental health training, they are not your mental health professional. This podcast is not a replacement for mental or physical care or for the diagnosis of any mental illness or condition. So, hello, and thank you for joining us once again for the Guardians Mental Health Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Joe. With me tonight is Matt,
Hi.
Nate,
Yellow.
and Alan.
Hoy.
If you're joining us for the first time, Guardians Mental Health is a 501c3 nonprofit focused on promoting and spreading mental health awareness throughout the gaming community. We strive to be a first step assisting individuals with gathering meaningful resources in a safe and inclusive atmosphere. Our podcast is another way to normalize talking about mental health and is a fusion between mental health topics and gaming. And with us tonight, please welcome our very special guest, the hype man himself, Uhmaayyze. What's going on, buddy?
How you doing, boss?
Good. So, I know we've been chatting for a little while now, and we're just getting into it and introducing you. But I can't thank you so much for coming on and chatting with us and sharing some of your time with us.
You're very welcome. Very, very welcome.
Really appreciate that. And you know what? I just have to say out the bat, I've been following you personally for a while now, and I love your daily positive posts, and you're very motivating to everybody throughout the not just the Destiny community, just the gaming community altogether, because I'm sure you show up on many people's feeds and everything on social medias. And I'll tell you what, I don't know how you do it every single day, but every time I see your post and you put a video right in the morning and it's like on cue, and it's like, I needed to hear that today to get me going. So thank you so much for being such a positive light in the community all the time.
You're very welcome. And that hit me. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm actually trying not to fanboy out too hard because they really do hit home. And it's one of those things that's very much needed when navigating social media and online, not just social media, but all the platforms. When you're online interacting with other people throughout the day, you see a lot of like how quickly things can become toxic and negative and just very bad, overall. And it's like that ray of sunshine when you get that positive or motivational person or individual that really just cuts right through that and just makes you feel like they're talking to you, and you get that morale boost, and it really sets you up for having a good day or a good evening depending on when you see it. And it's really really amazing, and it fits your name.
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Waka waka.
Talking about a Three Stooges. No, I'm joking. Let's not go back down.
We're
Let's not go
gonna
back down
be
that
there's
road.
gonna be Three Stooges like nods throughout this entire thing because that was the conversation we were having before.
No, I'll keep it. I won't do it anymore. I promise.
I
Sure,
believe
it's not going to be the new Animal Crossing.
just
Huh?
couldn't wait
That's
to
all right.
get that out there, could you?
That's already out of the way, so we're good for the rest of the podcast. No, to echo exactly what Joe was saying, and also to ask a question, like, how do you remain and keep this level of positivity? What does it do for you, or how do you do this?
And can you share some with us?
Yeah, of course. A lot of people I get this question a lot on how you stay so positive throughout the course of the weeks, months. I started this last year and I wasn't, the thing about energy and decisions and making and knowing exactly what it is that you really want to see. And making and knowing it's exactly the decisions basically based upon you. You wake up the next morning, you decide where your day wants to go. You have the mindset. You start the day when you wake up. At that point, that's when you make your decision. What you want to do today? How you gonna feel today? Are you gonna feel like this today, or are you gonna feel like this? I'm always gonna choose to feel like this because when I wake up and I feel that energy, my energy's not there until I decide to like get myself ready and warmed up and then start recording the videos of, hey, wake up this morning, ladies and gentlemen. The hype man's up in the building, here to remind you that today it's all about you. I don't have to really tell you that each and every day, but it's always great to hear it. Gotta know exactly what it is you want out here. And sometimes are up and down. And you don't always have to keep it positive, but you know how to balance out your day. Feel appreciated today. It's all about you. It's always been about you. And I always hit them with the be safe, be great, and have an amazing day. The only reason I say be safe and then be great, because for one, you got to be safe for whatever it is you're trying to do, whether it's working, streaming, out there in construction. And being great is try to stay at what you're doing and keep trying. That's being great and have an amazing day. Celebrate it after you're done. That's why.
And I love that. I love that you're the hype man, because when because I feel as though like my greatest enemy when I'm working with clients is like that depression or that inability to make that decision sort of in the moment, whatever the reason might be that they can't. I've used that analogy as be your own hype man. Sort of say exactly what you've said. I've told clients like try that. Try almost like manifesting, just creating sort of that energy as soon as you wake up to sort of counteract whatever, counteract the other stuff that's kind of going on here. Right. And I love using the analogy of a hype man because I think it's so true.
Yeah.
What's one thing that I always tell everybody, man, because they say, well, I'm trying to do what you do. I always try to make them understand, well, me and you aren't the same. You know what I mean? And the mindset that I have, you might not have, but my mindset can help your mindset be better. You know what I'm talking about? So it's like, I tell people every time, you have to take the chance. If you think too much, that's going to affect you in so many ways. You have to really go out there. If you feel like somebody's going to tell you, no, that's okay, but still go out there. You can go out there and say, well, hey, I tried, but I'm going to come back and we're going to do it again until that person says yes. That's how I end up being that person. I've always been afraid back in the day to make moves or voice out or speak, so to say, because at that time and point, I was really, really hype. I was a hyper person. So I didn't share that with the world. I always kept that to myself. And I think back in the day, more than likely was, you're way too hype is what I always used to hear. And I think that's what shut it down a little bit, shut that energy down. And I think in 2020, I just decided to just let it run rampant. Like, you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to do it. You know what I mean? And I did it. And I didn't know it would motivate so many people and help so many people. I've changed so many people's lives and helped so many people in so many ways through all of these DMs that were sent to me. It's like pretty amazing, helping people get into college, making people make a change in their life, to go to work, giving them that motivation to do things they never thought they could do. And it all just came from just, word of mouth, my voice. Who would have knew?
You were
It's
you were that
infectious.
proverbial foot in the butt that a lot of people needed to hear, especially during 2020.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just like a smile. It's infectious, right? Once it starts, and once we can feel it, and I think it's nice to be able to see somebody else. Not to go into the whole panel that we had that was on last week's podcast, but there is something to be able to see that on screen, right? To see somebody else kind of wake up and create that for themselves.
Right.
And it's infectious. I think that's the only word I can say right now.
Thank you.
And
And-
again, to do it with that level of authenticity, like I've seen a
Yeah.
lot of people come around and be hype men, but something about the way you do it just hits different, right? It hits in a real hard way. Like I hear it come from you, and it's like, okay, this is someone that goes out and busts his butt every day, right? We see you putting on a sweat, pouring the bottle of water over you. You're not just sitting behind a screen here entertaining everyone. You got that 9 to 5 grind going
I
too.
am putting in
Yeah.
the work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that a lot of people, I used to be 9 to 5. It's because of the chat and everybody. I am no longer that. My boss even supports the streams that I do now. I went from being
Wow.
time to that to part-time, but waking up a little bit earlier, like maybe like 4 or 5, but getting off at a decent time, about 10 or 11. So he made it to where I could do that and still stream and still be healthy on my own, spend that time with my family. Because more than likely, you'll always see me post things about my family as well. Let you know that I'm out with my family, I'm doing things with my family, and let you know that these things aren't impossible. I do this every day. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's no way that you can't do it. You can. Your body and your mind is telling you you can't or you don't want to. You know what I'm saying? So you don't really know until you try. And be honest with this entire situation. These things are hard. None of this is easy. None of this comes easy. Knowing if you want to chase a dream, you have to get out there. You have to do it. You have to put the time in. You have to put the grind in, the progress. You have to do these things. A lot of people want to do that, but don't want to put their mind to it to stick with it. They see something that falls or fails, and then they're done. They don't see the progress. So they say, hey, this isn't working for me. I'm going to do something else. Well, then that's, you don't want your dream like as much as you say you do, because now you're just putting on a show. If you want to go do something, you're going to go do it. And I do this every day. I wake up every morning. I choose the mindset to say, I am going to go out here and go get it. My energy's rising up right now. I am literally in that point in a situation where I really just want to go get it. I want to do this.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I know what I chose. I know what I wanted to do. And then I share that. I put that on video. The energy that I have at that moment in time, it goes to the video, and I give that motivation to everybody who follows me on Twitter. And literally hope that that helps as many people as possible. At the end of the day, when I'm posting these videos, I didn't expect to have to do this every day because I don't have to. I choose to do this because I know there's a lot of people that believe in me. And the reason I choose to do this as much as I do is because not only have I given to them, they've given back to me. Who streams, all of this love that I've been getting. I make more now full-time streaming than I do if I was full-time UPS driver. And the only reason I stuck with UPS was for the benefits, because the benefits are just like the best. Free benefits, can't beat it. And you got a boss that loves your streams and takes your motivation and uses it for work. He uses my motivation, my tactics to get everybody at work prepared in our center to be better. And it works in so many ways. It helps so many of them. So know for a fact that he looks up to me as a hero, and that's my boss. That looks up to me as a hero, believes I can go so many places. That's a different style. That's respect, you know? So yeah.
Did anybody else just feel they got like an injection of like 2 shots of espresso? Like, I'm starting to like.
I'm like keeping it balled up
do
right
something.
now because I'm like ready to explode because that was just...
All right, so it's not just me. All right, cool.
No.
I'm just making sure.
No, but I just want to digress for a second because that's just absolutely amazing overall. But how I know you've probably answered this and talked about this in the past, but
Of
how
course.
did you get started with everything and
Woo!
wanting to?
I love telling that story, man, because a lot
I
of people don't believe that I started from there. But I started so far from the bottom, struggles after struggles after struggles. I started with the Xbox at my father's house, and my father basically got us these consoles when I was really, really young. So I was around 17, 18, and Destiny wasn't a thing yet, but Destiny was the main reason I started streaming in the first place. I started streaming by with this LFG team back when LFG was actually worth it and good and you meeting people. This was
Wow.
during the Crota era. So
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
want to
baby.
start. I didn't, that was the time I discovered raid helps. So I didn't even know anything about raid helps or anything because the people I played with were friends from work. So I didn't really know anybody in the community per se. But my friends introduced me to LFG because I wanted to do the things that they didn't want to do. I was like, well, I want to do the raid, and they didn't feel like doing that type of stuff. And they was like, well, use LFG. I was like, well, what's that?
What the
Went there
hell
and
is
lit that.
FLG?
Yeah, I went over there and did that, and I learned it from some experts who taught me how to do Crota. And man, after I beat it the first time, I just got addicted, like really addicted. And I went in there and I think I did Crota about 700, 800 times. That was the addiction that I caught. Playing that
800
raid.
times 2 hours.
Yeah, yeah. It was the morale that you guys feel when I talk is the morale that that team felt for me. They were down when I joined a team. I joined this team. They were so out of it, like tired, just like we're not gonna beat this dude. We just got a replacement. I was the replacement, and I come in with the headset on Turtle Beach, just high end, like, what is that? What's going on, everybody? Are y'all ready? Like, what's going on? What's the problem? Why does everybody sound so down? That guy was like, holy, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Where did you find this guy?
Yes, that's the first thing he says. Where'd you find this guy? Oh my God, I'm so ready. You know what I mean? Like,
Let's do this.
I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a strategy, and I literally the way I'm telling it to y'all is how I told you. So I'm gonna give everybody here a strategy. First off, I introduced myself. So I hope everybody's doing. My name's The Maze. I'm a very, very great guy. I do a lot of helps, and I'm not gonna be the person to give up on you. We're just gonna run a nice little strategy, and I want all y'all to do. He said, well, I don't have Gallon. No, you don't need that. I just need you to have a rocket. That's all I told him. I said, I need you to have a rocket, and that's all I need from you. Who's gonna be sword bearer? I'm gonna be your sword bearer. As a warlock, yes. Yes. And
I love it.
and when I was explaining it to him, he was like, I don't know if this is gonna work. He was like, just let him try it, dude. Let him try it. Let him try it. Let him try it. So I was like, I need y'all to drop Crota 3 times. It was like, wait, what did he say? And the lady was like, huh? I was like, yeah, I need y'all to drop him 3 times. On my count, I'm going to do a little jingle for you guys, and I want you to drop him 3 times. Trust me. And I was like, man, this isn't going to work, man. I'm going to do this. It's like, we're out of ideas anyway, man. Just let him do it. It's like, all right, let's do it. So went out there, and I was already on point with the warlock, the blink, and everything I needed to go up there to get the Crota as quick as possible. Jumping from the nice little, his nice little pillar right there in the middle up to him. And once they killed everything, I was like, don't step outside yet. Give me a second. Is everybody ready to go? It was like, oh my God, this man is like setting us up to make sure we're good. I was like, yes. Are y'all good? He's like, yeah. I was like, 3, 2, 1. And I'm like, go. Everybody go out there, do your thing. Everybody shoot the guns and stuff like that. They're like laughing, they're smiling, And I was like, oh my God, I don't know why this is so fun now. And then they took their rockets out. I said, drop the weapons of light bubble. All of y'all need to be together. He dropped the bubble. Weapons of light, rockets out. I said, on my count, y'all got to do it. 3, 2, 1. And then I was like, oh my God. And then they was like, oh my God. They all let off rockets and they dropped them. And I, did my slam. And I said, okay, get ready. Now 3, 2, 1. They did it again. They dropped them again. And then it was like, holy crap. And it was like, are we dropping them again? I say, yes, 3, 2, 1. Dropped them again. And he was done. And then it was like, what the? I can never forget the moment. There was just a lot of cussing. Like, dude, we've been on this about 8 hours and it only took him about 5 minutes.
You come in, and they beat the whole raid.
Right. Yeah. And basically it was
amazing.
like, man, your energy. It's like, you need to start streaming. I was like, what streaming? What's that? You know what I mean? Like, they broke it down to me. and told me about Twitch. So I started Twitch and I started from the Xbox. I didn't have the cameras or anything like this. I just pretty much just had headphones, controller, and Xbox, and my phone as my chat, because that was the only way I could see people talking. And the people that came, believe it or not, were the ones from the LFG. They were watching and supporting. And then after that, it sort of got bigger. The second year in, I started actually wanting a laptop, and I worked for it back when I had that part-time job at UPS before I was a driver. I was inside the building, and I was doing work in the hub, of course, and I saved up the money for Christmas, and I went and got me a MSI. I was paying for it monthly. I was paying on it monthly, and I used that, and I got introduced to OBS, and I used OBS, and I didn't know what I was doing with OBS, and I found out that I needed a mic. I didn't have a mic, so I couldn't even use that. But more than likely, I went and got a Blue Yeti that was recommended by my best friend, and I used that for a long period of time. And I think in that situation of using that Yeti for that long period of time, I used that Yeti for a good 3 years. That Yeti got me really, really far. Without the clear vocals, I didn't have a Go XLR. All I had was a Blue Yeti, my computer, and a camera offered by one of the people in the chat that they didn't use. And I used that for a while, and I started streaming and basically start blowing up from that situation once I got my first raid from a partner streamer. And I started doing freestyles on Oryx, and I think that's when everything started to lift a little bit. And the freestyles came.
Dude, the freestyles.
They came. Those were developed from the Oryx raid in Destiny 1. I sort of put them to the side in Destiny 2 for a little bit. They actually came back and did not know that I should have been doing that for a while. Maybe I would have got part of much earlier than what I was doing, but I sort of put that onto the side. Streaming is up and down. I'm not even going to sit here and pretend like this was like a walk in the park. No, I experienced the most up and down things of Destiny and Destiny 2 and streaming. Sometimes days are good and sometimes days are bad. Chat, I had viewer count, all of these things up, and these things were affecting me in so many ways. And said, man, this might not be for me, man. This might not be something for me. And then I had somebody, a really good friend of mine, man, pull me in a Discord and says, man, what are you doing? And he pulled me to the side and, told me exactly what I can do and what I have done for him. He told me specifically what I've done for him. And I said, man, I hit the heart. The 4th year in, that's when I started focus. It took me 3 years to realize how focused I needed to be. I was very focused. And this time it wasn't just thinking about partying anymore. It was just focus. I didn't care about anything else. All I wanted to do was focus on the content that I make and be the entertainer that I can be. And have that pride to know that I can stand up to be one of the best entertainers, because I have some things a lot of people don't. So I shared that and I did that. I started freestyling like crazy. As an affiliate, I was one of the most, I think Twitch told me I had the affiliation, and I was the affiliate that had over about 3,000, 4,000 subs at one point as an affiliate. And that was developing in a way where freestyles were taking over as an affiliate. At that point, I didn't even care for partners. I was just like, the entertainment is doing the talking. You can clearly see it. You know what I mean? You had the bigger partners that love the freestyles coming back, bringing their communities back for the freestyles. Like, this guy has it. Listen to him. And I did those freestyles. And the freestyles pretty much developed from Oryx when my best friend was stuck at the jumping puzzle, with the private parts that everybody thought it looks like, because that's what it looks like.
Parts.
That's what I'm going to call the private parts.
No, exactly what you're talking about.
You got to call it for what it is. It really is. I mean, it's the dick wall. It's the infamous dick wall in Destiny. And I mean, there will be nothing like it until like King's Fall comes back and the infamous wall comes back. But there have been nods to it in Destiny 2 where it's like, it's dick wall 2.2.
Right.
Yeah. Expunge has its moments.
Yes.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
The brick wall. Yes.
Yeah.
But sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, totally fine. It was at a point where she was jumping, and every time we got there, she would take about 10 minutes, because it takes her forever to get across the jumping puzzle.
To the hidden chest?
To the hidden chest and to the end.
Oh.
Lord Jesus.
Lord Jesus.
I said, do you want to back out? She said, no, I got this. I said, well, okay. Well, my chat's sitting here and we're just waiting. So I'm just going to drop a freestyle and I'm going to freestyle about how you can't jump. And when I did that, I was freestyling and somebody rated me with about 1,000 viewers. I can't remember that guy's name. I don't think he streams Destiny anymore, but he rated me with 1,000 viewers. And at that point, all I'm doing is freestyling about how my best friend can't jump. Like, and I said, I'm not going to stop this freestyle until you make it over here. She's so busy laughing because I'm literally like freestyling about her. And I'm rated and didn't even notice I got rated. And I was just like, oh my God. I was like, I'm so sorry. Welcome Raiders. But it was 1,000 people. And they was like, yo, that was so cool. And I think that's when I started developing a community, people coming in and watching the channel and stuff like that. I didn't really use Twitter as much as I do now, as much as I used to back in the day. But from that point on in, the third year was heavy. That was a hard year for me. Not even want to sit here and play that. Like that one was like a great year. That year was a year of challenge, test me, and I lost. So I could say at that point was I let it was the time I actually met toxic people in the community. That's when I let stuff like that get under my skin, affect me heavily. Basically letting what people say destroy my day. That wrecked me. I lost. I'm not gonna pretend like that was I was that all peachy and diamond kind of guy because I wasn't. That point in time, I was cursing up a storm. I couldn't stand toxic. And they brought the toxic out of me so much. And they knew they were winning. And I was just giving it to them. Like giving them that opportunity to keep on down to me because I was at the top for a while. And then I let that affect me that year. And I started dropping. And then on top of that, as versus that, coming in with the toxicity that was coming in as well, sort of just heavily hit me and I dropped. More issues, more mental issues, more stress issues. I let all of that crash down on me. And I think that's when I told you guys when I had that talk, when I said I wanted to quit. And I had somebody to remind me on why I do this in the first place and who you've done this for. And I think the 4th year in was the focus. It was when the focus came in. I knew what I wanted. We were banning toxic people. Wasn't giving toxic people the time. I decided I didn't need to curse once my son came around that year. Always reminded me to use my voice for the right reasons. And I did. And I really want to go out here and I chose to be a family-friendly streamer because I want to be able to represent for the kids because kids out here don't actually get a learning experience from their actual parents for some reason. And I know a lot of the kids come onto Twitch to watch streamers, some of their favorite streamers. And I wanted to be the prime example of you could do this and you don't need to curse to get your point across. You can be an entertainer. You can be fun. You could be amazing. Have the greatest time of your life. You don't need to curse to prove that. I was freestyling, dropping bars without cursing. I was doing uplifting without cursing. I was being motivated without cursing. My grandma reminded me of this voice that I had, this power, this special ability that I had with my voice. And I understood it after she passed. But I know that she's always with me when I got that big celebration that came in for me during Black History Month. And I was recognized on Times Square for being a motivation. The voice. Twitch loved me. Everybody at Twitch all loved me, loved my motivation, loved how happy I was, how energetic I was. I got introduced to one of the highest people at Twitch's mother, uplifting their mother with motivation.
That's awesome.
And at that point in time, more opportunities came my way. The 5th year in, when he got the Shure mic, when got more lights, upgraded to an actual camera, extra monitors, Twitch put me on that front page the whole entire Black History Month. Every morning for motivation on stream, I had thousands of people come in just to get motivated every morning. And Twitch just loved it. Were amazed by it. This is what they wanted. You had people come in and say, why haven't I seen you on this platform for before? Where have you been all my life? Playing Destiny 2 in the background, beautiful music, relaxation, and giving them some great entertainment and engagements. 5th year in, I knew what I wanted. Still focus. That is this year right now. Focus, 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 focus. Motivation. You can do this. Up and down days, but still haven't stopped. Feel that downness, but not let that overpower. That energy, that feel in my body. Something's trying to bring me down, but I'm not allowing it. God, I'm over conquering the day. That's my proud spot right there. Take that with me today and put that into my energy and my motivations on Twitch. How you doing today? The vibes. People come in not just to listen to vibes. They want to hear about somebody's day. I'm always checking on somebody for their day. Now I'm a person that does Twitch each and every day, 7 days a week. Still has that time to spend with the family. Go to work. Go eat. Still be on social media and still do it. So when people tell me that they can't do something, I'm the prime example of you can do it. There is no excuse. You can do it. You have to learn to control your energy. If you can't control your energy, this is like the realest thing I could tell anybody. If you can't control your energy, you're going to lose. If you let that energy that you have die down, you're done. Your main mission is to keep that energy that you have right now in you. Keep it, balance it. You don't got to use it all in one spot, but balance it. And that's how you use the energy. That's how you always win. And that's how I always win every day. Because when I wake up, no matter what day it is, even though I know that it's going to be a struggle of a day, that's my challenge right there. I'm about to overconquer that. I'm taking that with me. Oh, so we down today. Well, let's fix that. Get the energy pumped. And I don't even eat coffee. I don't drink coffee. Get myself ready. I'm ready to go. I go out there and slay out the day, end it, and do the same thing every day. And I've done it for almost half a year. I'm very proud. I've got over 500, 600 motivational videos. I've counted. My phone has counted 600 videos tops so far. So that's how you do it, man. And that's how the streams become what they are today. As we continue to meet more people on this platform, we do that. We continue to push the motivation. We continue to show off the weekly goals on Twitter because I let everybody know I hit 300 in the weekly goal and I don't even have those high-end numbers. It's about the people. It's about family. It's about your community. Your community makes things much better. There's a lot of people with the highest, but don't have that engagement. So I always show it every week. That way, when I go in and somebody wants to go and look at it, they can say, man, he hits these goals every week. That's every week because it takes the time. If you're going to do Twitch, you got to treat it like it's your job. People say, don't treat it like a job. Don't listen to that. If you're into this and this is what you want to do, and this is how you eat and take care of your family, you're going to want to treat it like a job. You're here to entertain. This is supposed to be fun for you. So you have to have fun doing this. This is the most funnest job I've done. Entertaining and talking to people and just giving them freestyles and motivation and you just can't lose in that situation. I've met a lot of people on Twitch from Twitter that say, we love your motivations. Hey, I've just noticed you stream. I'm over here to check out you. I love your motivations. You know, and they come in, they drop the sub, say, I appreciate you. Please don't stop what you're doing. I need this. That's a blessing to hear. That's something that I want to hear because I'm putting out so much work, and sometimes you feel like you don't get enough back. So when somebody tells me that I'm doing something, it's just you're keeping me on the path and telling me I'm doing it right. You need to keep doing it. You know what I mean? It's always good to hear somebody just compliment you, just a little bit. You don't got to compliment a lot, but just let me know that I'm doing okay. Let me know that I'm on the right path. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Keeps you motivated. Keeps you moving.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, you brought up an interesting point, and not that I want to bring the podcast down, but it's to bring it down, to bring it back up really quick. Right. The level of toxicity, I think, within video game communities in and of itself is so deadly. Right. I've seen it within I'm big into Overwatch. I've seen it within the Overwatch community. I've seen it within Destiny now. I've seen it within the Super Smash Brothers community. There are parts where they're fantastic, but unfortunately sometimes the parts that are toxic tend to come out so much more because they're loud. It's the minority that have the loudest voice when it comes to toxicity in those communities, and it's just spammed and it's just all over the place, right? But what's scary is the effect that it has on other members in that community who aren't there for the toxicity, who are there to enjoy, be a part, stream, or just play the game in general. And it is this huge sort of turnoff in a sense where we can just find, just like you did, have no motivation anymore to like do this because we start to get like this hopelessness, this defeated, like we're just never going to do anything that's going to make somebody happy because we're seeing all of this negativity until, like you said, you weed it out. And it's like, you know what? Nah, goodbye. Have a good day. Go somewhere else. Or my favorite line, if you want to pick an argument, just look in the mirror because I don't need to see this right now. And then it becomes so much brighter because that's where the real community is. That's where that real family is. And I love it. I love to see sort of that success story, like when you hear like somebody like, nah, I didn't let it destroy me. Because I'll be honest, I was in one bad guild in Destiny and I turned it off forever. And I just never picked up the game again. Until I met Joe, Nate, Alan. And then I started playing the game consistently. And again, I'm back because of a community. And I don't stream, I don't do anything. I was just turned off from the game because the guild that I was in was just like, yeah, nah, you suck. We're not going to help you get the exotics that you need to do this raid because we don't care. And I was like, all right, cool. See you later.
Don't have galley. Gone. See ya.
That's probably the only one I had, to be honest with you.
Oh, brag. You got it from Zerd, didn't you?
I got it from Zerd.
Yeah,
of course
bet
I
you did.
I
That
slept
one,
on that guy, man.
that one time.
First time he sold it, I said, I don't need a rocket.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I don't need that. Delete.
Yeah, the worst thing I see in LFG channels and the discords I'm in for Destiny is know what to do. Right? Like
Made a post
need
on
to for something, for whatever, for Vault of Glass, know what to do. It's like that's the quickest way to turn off someone that's just trying to be part of the community and trying to learn the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right, you start gatekeeping the material, and it just brings the whole vibe down. And that's something that we made sure to do in my clan's community was that is not know what to do is not allowed in our LFG. You want to set something on the side, do what you want to do. You post it in our LFG channel, do not put that tag on it.
But that's the incredible thing too. Every time I tune in to Uhmaayyze's channel, you're so positive, and you will be right. It was Crown of Sorrow was one of them, and I never got a complete on that. But the last encounter's kind of a little bit complicated, and if everybody's not working, Christ all freaking mighty, he's freestyling, being positive, everybody's having fun, and you're carrying 2 new people through that have never completed the raid before, and it's like, dude, don't worry, you got this. Hey, go with him. Hey, you guys got this.
I
Don't
love
worry.
that.
Have fun. Hey, you guys ready? Let's do this. Okay, let's go. And start it. And then while you're doing the encounter, you're talking to chat. Like, I don't know how you're doing this. You're talking to chat like, hey, what's going on, buddy? Oh, we got a raid. Let's do a freestyle in the middle of an encounter. It's like, this is absolutely incredible. Yeah. And you could hear the joy in the people you were sherpaing through the raid that have never done it before, and haven't experienced that to that level of positivity that you can find within a community like the Destiny community. There's toxicity everywhere in every community. It doesn't matter where you are. It exists. It's there. You know, even Harry Potter had, you know, the certain, oh God, I'm going to make a Harry Potter, you know, reference. I'm not even going to know the street and freaking Diagon Alley. Never mind. That's a terrible one. I'm going to edit that just so you know.
Don't do it. Leave it in there.
No,
It'll stay in there.
no, I'll edit it. I'll edit it and then add in the correct alley that it was. If somebody in the chat knows, that would be fantastic. But those places do exist in every single community. But when you break through that and you find the community members that just want to have fun and interact with people and enjoy the game for what it is, I mean, it brings people together. It's like Destiny, as an example, is a massive multiplayer online game. There are so many opportunities to make new connections and friends and socialize. And Destiny, for me, was the first game that brought me into a community, like with social media, Discord, all that stuff years ago, that I never knew. I never cared to jump into anything. I'd play Call of Duty and Halo and everything else, and it was just like, oh yeah, I'm playing multiplayer. We're shooting, you know, doing PvP. That's it. I didn't know anything like this existed till Destiny, and it was like, I can't remember when. It was after Crota. It was Vault of Glass that I actually jumped on social medias, and it's like, oh my god, everybody really likes this game too. And then you start meeting people and interacting and getting into groups and playing with other people, like playing to like play with people. It's like, oh my god, I got online friends. This is pretty wild. And it grows from there. But like you said, you come into groups where they're just down at the bottom. Like, we've been trying to do this for 4 hours and we can't get this. And you get that community member who's just knows, you know, not knows what they're doing, but just boosts everybody's morale to the point where, you know what, this is gonna be fun. We got this. And
it's supposed to be.
It just breathes a whole new life. Yeah.
Like, if you're down and the morale for the team is down, you're never going to get through something. You need to have that morale boost. You need to be happy. You need to have the energy, because once you're down, your fingers ain't on that controller, you're just lazy now. Like, you're not even trying to. You can really tell you're just not trying to play. Right? You can really tell you're not trying to play.
Yeah,
You can always see it in a player not playing.
I only get like that when Doc's chasing like challenge modes or anything like that, and it's like, you're freaking killing me.
But like even with you guys, like, we may not beat the raid, but I have so much fun failing that I don't care.
Yeah. It's supposed to be fun. Yes,
Yep.
raids are challenging. Grandmasters are challenging. Yes, there's going to be like a little level of frustration. At the end of the day, you should leave the game, whether you beat it or not,
did you just put that
having
in the
more fun
RTS
than you did when you went in. Right? Like, you're not supposed to hate yourself or the game when you turn it off. It's supposed to be fun, and a large portion of that goes by the people that are around you. So again, we talk about community, we talk about friends, we talk about people. Those we want, you know, the ones who are going to make us cry laughing during the game, during the raid, you know, that's what we want. The bonus is if we get Mythoclast. If we don't, it's okay. Because if you're like me, I will keep chasing it till we get it. Every weekend, Joe is going to get a text message from me. Say, we're raiding.
Yep.
You're in.
I could be working and still get pulled into the raid.
Well,
It's happened.
That's also because I had about 5 people guilt you last week into joining.
This is true.
But again, we had a ton of fun, and that's what matters. And that's when you have to like weed through, and that's kind of the unfortunate part, but it does make you stronger on the other side of it when you weed through the toxicity to see what the community really is.
You can make it through that, man. Toxicity on Destiny is, I know they say there's I see so many people, man, because me dealing with social media, anytime I post my opinions, of course, on social media, especially with the one you said about LFG, that one went big.
Mm.
That one was in. I always post those type of things so people can have their comments and their arguments. But my post is exactly what I said it is. Like if we're on LFG and you're asking people for a requirement, how do you expect them to even enjoy the game or enjoy the raid if you're asking them and you're stat
Right.
checking a person and you're trying to see if he beat the raid for the first time and then you say no and then you beat them. The ones who do the stat checking are the main ones that say they can't find a team because they're stat checking. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That means that, okay, the people you turned down obviously know who you are and they don't want to play with you. You know what I mean? So it's
Right.
Or they're the same people that are join a group and him and haw the entire time, that bring the whole morale of the team down, where it just kills the vibe and fun out of it. You know, you got people that are usually very talkative and fun and this and that go silent when somebody who comes in goes, I can't believe you guys. You know, I can't believe
you
missed
can
that
hear
shot."
it. You can
Yeah,
you
you
can
can
feel
yeah.
it. You really
My
feel
favorite
it.
sound is
Team.
right.
Let's do it again. And
Yep.
yeah, no, those are the people that will like just suck the fun out of it. And it's like, yeah, those are the ones that struggle finding a team because they're
Right.
stat checking everybody. They have a certain standard that they hold themselves, that they project everybody else should be at their level. If not, don't invite me. And you know, then they end up moving on to another game, and then they hem and haw about that game. And you know what? They're just in a place at that point in time where they need to find what is causing that, in,
Of course.
you know, at the root, and try to overcome it and enjoy these things again. And especially with interacting with other people. And side note, our lead programmer just put the answer to that Harry Potter question into our RTS bot. So now we have a Harry Potter reference in our mental health and crisis resources bot, which is awesome. Thank you very much, Crandall. Yeah,
Amazing.
Yeah, it's actually Diagon Alley and
Nocturne Alley.
Alley. And if you want that, it's !Streets Leaky Cauldron. Yep. That's going to be a reference. People are going to put in, look for
Oh
a
my God.
mental health command, and they're going to go,
Muted.
Leaky Cauldron?
Joe, you muted.
You're muted.
No. Where's that T-shirt? Where's that T-shirt, bro?
Well, you know what? We'll talk to Katie and Corey and
Talk
see
to
if
Katie.
they can do something for it.
I'm about to
because,
message her right now. Like, listen,
Shoot her an email.
I need a Joe is mute shirt.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
And you know
using that-
what?
I'm using that with everything I do in chat now. When chat says you're muted, I'm gonna say, "No, you're muted."
Yeah. I'll tell you what, Amaze. It's such a regular occurrence for me that it literally is turning into its own little meme. And were you guys hearing what I was talking about before about the bot and everything? Because I must have hit something
heard
on my
that.
keyboard, and it must.
We heard that.
Okay, all right. I don't know what I did, but it's just. Does anybody ever just turn their mic off when they're in the middle of a raid, and then you go through an entire encounter and realize 20 minutes later you've been talking to yourself the entire time?
I'm definitely guilty of that.
This is this is a weekly occurrence for me.
I need help. Somebody help me!
Yeah,
Shoot!
yeah,
I did a
Especially
VOD
when
with
it's
Alan.
oracles.
yeah. Mars. We're on Mars. All right, yeah. Chris is here. Hey, does anybody comment? I'm on Mars. Can anybody open the gate? And then it's you fail the encounter. Go, click. So yeah, guys. I was just
I was
talking
on
to myself
Mars. Nobody
for
heard
20
me.
minutes. If I'm usually people can catch me and they're like, if it's really quiet and I don't say anything, instinctively now Matt will go, Joe, you're muted. It's usually the case, but yeah, no, you're muted.
Yeah, I ran a VOG with Alan and a bunch of my clan a couple of weeks ago, and about I don't know 10 minutes into the not the second to last encounter. Alan goes,
Oh,
Nate must be really he must be really concentrating. We haven't heard anything from him. And it's like, I've been talking the entire time. I've been doing all my call outs.
That's what makes it fun right there. I'll tell you.
Right.
Oh, I unmuted and played it off. I'm like, yeah. I'm focusing, man. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just in the zone.
And here's the thing: we can all laugh at that, but there are teams where they would get pissed at that, where it would be this toxic blowout of just like
I've seen people get kicked out of groups because it's like, hey, oh, you're not listening? Kick.
Right.
Come on.
Right. And it's
like, I've got a wife and kids. I had a cat that was sitting over here eating thumbtacks off my corkboard. Guess what?
Ben, can
I'm gonna have to step away briefly from time to time. I'm sorry.
Yeah. With that, I tell them if I see somebody that I know, I'm like, hey, hold on, man. When somebody says they need help or they need help with something, and I've had a couple of people back when I was doing them helps heavy that come in and say, yeah, I know what I'm doing. We should do it like this. And first off, hold on. You're the one that needs the help, right? We're not going to change anything. You're going to do it like this. You're not. Are you not going to have fun? You said you wanted to help. So I'm here to help you. So don't change up anything in our team here. You've been sitting here waiting. He's always saying, okay, I'm sorry. You know, a lot of people come in with the okay, I'm sorry, which is exactly what I want it to be, because a lot of people can say so many other things besides that. But you know, a lot of people that come to my channel, they have that kids turn from being toxic into respectful when they come to my channel.
Yes.
This is exactly what is needed. You know what I mean? As I tell everybody, my community is built different. We don't allow this, we don't allow that. Back you do this 3 years ago, you probably see some cussing from all of them. They're very super toxic, but I've laid down the law of rules, and this is exactly what I want for my community. Now, as it gets bigger, I probably won't be able to control it all, but you know, people will actually understand. You know what I mean? I want to make sure that when people step into this environment, that they know this is a safe place. This is the safe space. This is where you can relax, you can vibe, you can talk, you can game, we can engage and have conversation. Just know that this is the channel. You know what I mean? Because whether you're having a good day or a bad day, I'm just here to conversate. I tell people, Destiny's just in the background, and everybody in the directory is playing the same thing or doing the same thing in a different character or in a different way. We come here as streamers for entertainment or skill. If you're not bringing one of those two to the table, or podcasting, if you're not coming here and bringing any of those things to the table, there's no point in them watching you. You need to be different. If you're coming here to watch Destiny, I'm bringing all that. I'm a freestyle it. I'm a entertain it. I'm a game it. I'm a help. I'm gonna do whatever I can. But my main mission on this platform is to attract the crowd of people who want to be able to vibe and know that they can have great conversation and know that this is the home where they can sit here and tell everybody in chat, not just me, but people in chat about their day. My chat is I've heard it from so many people, even bigger ones. Chat is just built different. Your community is just really built different. I can say that my community is really, really built different in so many ways, man, because we don't take crap. We knock out goals. We climb. That's all we totally about here. That's all we truly know. And when I take them somewhere else, if we feel like it's time to embrace and help somebody else out, we'll go crazy and go gift subs there. We are just built different. We just like to help people out, making sure everybody like succeeds or enjoy their time here on Twitch, man. We should support as much as possibly we can. Like, and they get that from me, man. I can say I'm a very, very positively Bungie knows that. They know that to the heaviest degree. When I hold it down on Twitch as the positive streamer, and they believe that light that I'm gonna get is gonna be what they need. So I respect what it is that Destiny and what Bungie does. Because things does not come easy, and I know that they take hits heavy every day. They got to be built different to be sitting here taking threats, this, that, and the third, disrespectful comments, people coming out with attitudes, and then I got to step into the picture. And they say, is they paying you something? No, it's called being respectful and intelligent about your situation. If you have a problem, there's a way to come about it. Coming about it with your mouth running like that, you think they even care what you think? I mean, they might just make it worse just because of you. Go ahead. You know what I mean? It's in that situation when you're coming to devs or anybody in that matter, you got to come in that proper grown man, grown woman standpoint and come with that intelligence saying, like, look, I love this gun, but here's the problem with it. And I'm just hoping at the end of the day, or when you get that time or that chance, just do something. This is something that needs to be done with the gun because it's doing a little bit too much. Not coming in with the Bungie for the last time. Get this out of
Bungie,
here.
please. Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like that's just not gonna cut it. I don't care how much you love the game. I don't care how passionate you are about the game because I'm a D1 beta player if we want to take it that far back. I don't have to have that kind of attitude to get Bungie to do something. And by far, if you're the one posting it, you ain't the only one. There's plenty. Bungie ain't blind. Just go to Reddit. That is worse. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta learn how to come in these situations. Lord Jesus, I always tell people, please stop complaining about PvP maps. Please stop complaining about this and that and the third. We can't get PvP maps. Cheaters are still running rampant in this game. How can you expect to enjoy PvP in new maps if the cheaters are just going to go out there and shut it down? PvP is at a broken point right now, and I am not going to rush Bungie to fix it. When they're ready to get right and fix it, they'll do it. Right now, I'm pretty sure they're just airing out cheaters and getting these things cleared up before they can do things because PvP is a mess right now. It is. You can't sit here and tell Bungie, please bring PvP maps. They can't do that yet. PvP is in a bad nutshell. Like, it needs to be revamped. It needs to be fixed.
Right.
It's broken.
Bungie
right
always, if you've been in the community for any length of time, you know how they kind of operate with things, and you described it perfectly. They're aware that a part of the game is somewhat broken right now, or it's not meeting the player base's standards. So they have teams specifically focused on fixing that and doing that and testing things. Bungie, when they do a patch or something like that, they're working their way to it. But they're not afraid to take their time with something. I mean, there was a back Rise of Iron, there was a content drought for 7 months where there was no new content coming out. But then the next expansion came out. It was epic. And they transition like that. They take their time with it. They do it right. And Stasis was a little bit OP for PvP at some point, but
no, stop it.
A little bit, but you know what? They recognize that they're very good at listening to their player base and the community at large, and you got to give them credit because not every studio brings it to that caliber. They're essentially setting a standard for how to interact and listen to the player bases, and I'm not talking just the summits and stuff like that. Every studio does stuff like that, but I always loved how people say it's a dead game, this and that, and it's a content drought, or something's broken. But here, wait, let me finish. But once you get to a point where that stuff comes out, people vocalize that, and that's that negative side of things. Bungie will come out with that next expansion and it'll blow everything out of the water and be like, this is great content, this is amazing, and this and that. They fix this, they fix that. They take their time with it, get everything in order, and then they send it out, and it's usually always a win. And I got a lot of faith in them and their team there. I mean, they do a hell of a job. Not every studio can do the same. Some are just kind of content with just, this is what we got, Well, they want new maps, throw them new maps. Well, the cheaters are still going to go crazy, but you know what? You're going to get cheaters no matter where you go. There's cheaters in Minecraft, for God's sakes. I mean, it's everywhere. So
not my Christian Minecraft server.
Okay, well, maybe not your server, but, I'm saying other servers. But do they operate on? No, I don't know. I don't play Minecraft, but I'm very confident in their abilities, and they've always had a great track record with taking in that feedback and then working on it and not releasing it until it's ready. And when they release it, it's usually a win every single time. So just be patient. Be patient, enjoy the game, and have fun with it. I mean, there's so much in Destiny now. I mean, it's just trying to log on weekly and get everything done. It's like, oh my God, there's so much to do. I mean, there's stories to unfold. There's lore to get. There's everything. I mean, it's a big game, and there's a lot to do in it. And I've logged on every single week. Since beta. I mean, well, I played in the beta, but ever since D1 Vanilla came out, when Raul was, you bring him an exotic, he'd give you a blue. I mean, I was there for all of it, all the way through. Never stopped. Every single week, logging on, playing. I enjoy the game. I enjoy the environment, socializing with everybody. I mean, it's a different place than other communities, and I really enjoy it.
And with that being said, I literally like to add on to that as well. I can tell you why Bungie has that respect for me. Bungie has that respect for me because I'm just not going to bite my tongue for nobody, not even them. It's if I don't like something in a game, that's just my opinion. I'm not going to follow the biggest streamer in the world because he likes it. I'm not going to follow the biggest streamer in the world because you like it, that he likes it. I'm going to literally say, well, here's how I feel about it. If you're going to tell me that Vex is the greatest gun in the world and I use it, I'm going to tell you from my experience, I think the gun belongs in the vault because it ain't doing anything for me. You know what I mean? And that's so it's like when I see people go out here, and I get it because they're just doing it for content, and maybe somebody else, wants to go out there and go get it. Maybe they want to use it for that reason. My entire opinions, I'm not playing devil's advocate. I'm just playing real advocate is what I call it. And basically, if something is wrong with the game or something's wrong in a way, I'm going to tell Bungie, but I'm going to tell them in a proper way, which is where the respect comes in. Is like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend like this game ain't dying, because it is. Like, in a way, I tell them the game is getting kind of dry, which is normal. This is normal. It's summertime. The game is always around this time, really, really low. You know what I mean?
Right after Solstice of Heroes,
it's always like that. But you got to understand what's coming in season 15. Crossplay is coming, and it's going to change for so many people. There's so many opportunities for so many people to play with streamers, to interview with streamers, play with bigger streamers in a lot of situations. So much more. Raid helps from all platforms. People will sit there on one side saying, I can't play, I'm on PlayStation. Well, that's never going to be an issue.
Yeah.
This is going to be a whole lot to do with a lot of people when that comes out. So I tell people, just like you said, Joe, and literally, just take the time and be patient. Because I'm telling you, when they come back, they usually come with a bang, and they usually don't tell you everything. You know what I mean? So it's always going to be a shocker and a surprise of what things they're going to bring to the table. Yes, Solstice of Heroes coming back. Yes, EAZ is coming back. And I'll be real, I cannot stand the EAZ. But if they got the loot that I need, I'll go there. A lot of people complaining about the game and it's being a chore. And I understand that because we've been doing this since D1. I get that. And I when I tell people, understand that it's agreeable, but the game is based around a bounty. It's a bounty system kind of game.
Yep.
Like it's built like that.
Like I love EAZ. I hate the bounties. I hate the bounties that says, you got to do everything with the
That's
sidearm.
what it is.
No thanks.
Nailed it.
Nate, when you just said that, that's probably the reason why I can't stand the EAZ. It's probably because I just want to go on the EAZ and I just want to farm. I don't want to go grab the bounties and have to go there just so I can get some things. I just want
I don't want to have to kill 100 things with the sidearm. That's not fun for me.
Yeah.
You're taking the reason for me to use my guns to use that gun to unlock a key, which I shouldn't have to do. I just want to jump in the EAZ with my guns, kill bosses, grab chests with the keys that I get from the EAZ. That'll work. Like I feel like that'll be the most funnest point. I just don't want to go to. I don't want to go do bounties. I don't want to do that.
That's my problem with Iron Banner right now. It's like I'm not good enough to get 25 sniper kills, especially in this Iron Banner.
You actually pick up that bounty?
Did you see me playing Iron Banner today and how characters are just disappearing on my screen?
Yep.
Iron Banner is so much worse than what it was when we called it Iron Lagger.
Yeah.
It is not that anymore. I don't know what this is anymore. Iron Banner is very, very bad at the moment. I killed somebody and they just disappeared. I was like, okay, did he die? Where did he go? like, I don't see him, but he's dead though. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Iron Banner hasn't felt right to me personally in over a year.
It's D1.
Yeah,
Lord Jesus.
It lost its feel for it because people used to get hyped for Iron Banner. It's like, dude, it's Iron Banner week. Let's put a team together. Let's go in there and have some fun. You got so many. I mean, what was it? Breath of the Dragon? No, what was that?
Clever Dragon.
Yes,
that's the one.
At that point in time, Iron Banner was at the top. Like, it was awesome, and people came together to experience that every month or every couple weeks when it came out. And ever since like D2 and over the last year, it's like you jump in a banner and you get slaughtered, and it's like,
I know it's a contentious subject, but ever since they started tweaking with matchmaking is when Crucible for me just went.
Yeah, but that's always been a topic. You know, even
that's
D1 like matchmaking
going to be the topic. Yeah. Everybody's going to complain about that skill-based matchmaking. I mean, I'm still complaining about it because it's the way that the skill-based matchmaking works from time to time, and this is just from observation, is when you're playing PvP and you're skill-based matchmake, they put you on a team with a bunch of skilled players and the other team all are not skilled. How is that fun for them? They're not going to enjoy the game. The game should be you need to split the skill set. Like, the skill set should be 2 skilled players on one team and 2 other skilled players on the other. You need to just like balance both of those out. Maybe 3 skilled on each team. But maybe from what the system is reading is there is not enough players.
Yeah, that should be something that crossplay fixes.
Yeah, for sure. Because right now I played Strikes yesterday, and all I was playing with was level 8s and level 9s. I said, okay, there's a lot of new people playing the game, and I could tell because they were shooting. Is it the Harbinger? What's that?
Harbinger
on Harbinger? Is that what it is? On that on the moon? That strike on the moon? You know how you go up the elevator?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Is that the we shoot the 2 witches before the gate opens? I just knew that I was playing with 2 new players because both of them were shooting the shield of the witch.
Oh, I know the one you're talking about. Yeah,
before you can do the damage. And after we did the damage, her shields will go back up. They were still shooting the witch. well, I hope they know the enemies first. The shields will come off. But I love that though. That's what I love though.
Yeah.
It means that new people are coming in. We have new people coming into the game, is what you're telling me. So it's telling me that there are new people coming into the game. And I enjoy that. That's cool. They'll learn from it.
Yeah.
So what's the over under that having Telesto equip breaks the new crossplay matchmaking?
Gosh.
Well, Telesto seems to break everything.
Telesto is like, I don't know what it is about
Telesto. I want to know what's in that game, what's in that weapon's code that just breaks everything.
That's what I really want to know. Because it's
what is in there?
It's nuts. Did you see my Witherhoard death? We need to know what's in
that. Yes.
We need to know what's in that.
I watched that and I'm like, how did that happen?
We have no idea. I'm pretty sure the Witherhoard was inside him, and then after they killed him, I guess when it fell onto the floor and exploded, it procced as a bad Witherhoard kill.
Bad Witherhoard.
And it killed him with 2 shots. So I was like, wow, that's a powerful Witherhoard shot. I wish mine did that, you know? Like,
when Witherhoard chooses violence.
Yes, that's what it was called. Witherhoard chose balance. Killed the entire team. Left everybody surprised, even me. I'm just like, wait, what? Was that supposed to happen? Never seen that happen. You know what I mean? But that's all these are coding things. But this just tells you that, you know, Bungie's hiring more people, man. They're hiring more people for these things. When you see them posting up like job opportunities. So even for the PvP side, they posted up for that. So it seems like they're trying to get a PvP team together when they can fix their PvP. So that's kind of good.
Yeah,
got a lot of, I just think they need to I say it every time. Gambit's one of those. Gambit's one of those game modes that got introduced and just now it has to take a step back. And it should have been like Iron Banner and just come maybe once a month. You know what I mean? Because Gambit is there, but no one's really playing it. I've heard a lot of people playing it, but there's not a lot of people playing it. I feel like Gambit should be just like Iron Banner, like coming at a certain point in the month, so they can add different game modes that people can try out. You know what I mean? If I had the opportunity to be a part of the PvP team, for one, I would let people vote on 2 maps because we play the same map every time when I'm over there, and it's just like, dude,
very
I
true.
already played this map, man. Come on, man.
Gambit's the same way.
Yeah.
They had it in Halo. Why can't they bring it back?
Yeah, it's that's all you need. You just need to bring that. Like, let there be a voting system. I like how they changed it. You know how we come into the PvP mode now. You get to see everybody's stats and their guns, and heavies they're using. I think that's pretty dope. But man, when the match is over, if you don't want me to leave, let everybody vote for another. Like, vote for a map. Like, 2 maps come up. What map are we going to? And if everybody's tied up, it just randomly picks one. Boom, that's the one we're going to. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just get me intrigued. I told Bungie, it's the little things. It's the little things. It's not the big advanced things. It's the littles.
Yeah,
Those
they make
ones that
huge
keep us
impacts.
intact. Yes, they do. They're heavy. They make the heaviest impact because I think I'm just so into this game. When I play it, it doesn't feel like I need to pay attention to the game now. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I'm going to shoot my gun. I'm going to grab my bounties. And I'm going to do this all over again if I need to. But more likely, when I get on, more than likely, I'm just going to a strike. I don't know why I'm doing a strike, but I'm doing a strike because it's the best first-person shooter to me. I'll tell it to everybody. One of the best first-person shooters. That's why I enjoy it so much. And for streamers like myself, it's a great way to interact with your community and have conversation, just have gameplay in the background.
Yes.
So, I love the social aspect of it. I mean, I love being able to get on a Friday or Saturday night, and there's your friends, and everybody gets together, has a good time. You meet new people come into the group. You might go to another group, and it's that social interaction that over the past year, a lot of people really needed, to talk and interact with people. And that it was a great opportunity to really be able to talk to people and not to your cat or your dog, even though I do love Dingo. He's my office dog, but and I do talk to him too much, but it's great. It brings people together. And I remember playing Halo back in the day, and there was really no social aspect to it. I mean, it was, you were getting in on PvP.
Still won't be.
No, well, yeah. Who knows?
Unless you're in Discord or anything like that, because I'm pretty sure everybody's looking to play Halo for a competitive side. Versus, I'm excited for the story. I would love those. I was always hooked into the Halo stories, so I'm actually excited to see. Plus, it's a free game. I mean, Xbox Game Pass is going nuts.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing right now, but they're just here,
everything.
Like, take it.
And it's good for PC too, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you can get, you can use your Game Pass if you play on PC, and get all those games day one. And is Master Chief even still alive?
Yeah.
Master Chief's never gonna die.
Is he still in the game, or did they move on from him?
No, he's the main.
You gotta have Master Chief. I mean, that's
Master Chief.
Oh, you ain't played Halo in a while, yeah.
Oh no, yeah, dude.
Halo
3 was, or Halo Reach was the last one I played. My father played ODST.
ODST? Yeah.
He freaking loved that game. And dude, I'm not gonna lie, my father is 68 years old, and he rocks out a 360 still. He plays Left 4 Dead and Halo, and it cracks me up. It's like, Dad, we can get you a new console, or maybe a PC
if you want,
Yeah,
about it. I mean, I'm not rushing you, but if you want,
I'm not rushing you or anything. You definitely got your money's worth out of that secondhand, 360 that they don't even make games for. But you don't need them because you only play 3, But it's I'm really excited for that. I really am.
Yeah.
But hey,
I just hope it doesn't hit, man. That like every other, you ever go. I think we've gone far enough to know now. When you see trailers at E3, they're so hyping. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
they're beautiful. And then when you get the game, you're just like, what happened? Yeah, I mean,
delivery guy.
Well,
like
What happened here?
Destiny 1. Let's be honest, nothing like E3. Like
There
we
was
played it.
there was
I remember that
scenes in
trailer.
that
Whoa,
video.
what happened to that story scene that was
Yeah.
in E3? Because that's not what I'm seeing here. Like, I mean, it's
do you remember Osiris in the original?
yeah. It was a lot of things.
Dude,
It was what about what they call him Crow now, when he had his own story, and I have no idea what happened to it, but
yep.
he looks like he was on the EDZ. You know what I mean? On Cosmodrome at that point in time. I think the way they will communicate, the way the game was, I thought was I could pick a warlock and customize my abilities for Titan or a hunter, like throwing knives. Because the way I saw the melees going off with the hunter, it looked like he was doing warlock punches.
Yeah.
So it made me think in a way that, okay, we can customize abilities. Like, I think that'd be pretty cool. You know what I mean? But
that would be pretty cool. I mean,
yeah,
Titan
like customization.
Master Class.
Right now, we need to work on light classes versus stasis, because I know stasis got nerfed. I'll be real, stasis is probably going to be the best thing ever to freeze enemies, keep them in place. Unstoppables and all of that have nothing on stasis for some reason, and we need, I think, like things need to be like touched. Well needs to be touched. Well is just a disrespect.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Hammer Titan. I mean,
yes, hammer.
dude.
These things need work. Like, I want to do just like they did in D1. They gave it they added a little bit more effect to it. Matter of fact, in D2, when they added a little bit more effect to the when they put that middle tree in and they gave that void class something. What was it? What was it? Nova Warp. That was added in.
Oh, yes.
You gave Hunters a blade barrage. I'm totally for that. Like, I'm totally for all those things getting changes or something changing that we can use. Make me use well. Tell me why I should use well. Because I use well, and when people go and say, man, I gotta use well. Well, you got people that use well. Like,
all right,
well,
who's doing well?
Exactly. We're looking around. Who's gonna do the well?
Who's gonna do well?
No one wants to
do it.
It's usually me. I usually do well.
Like, the well it's good and all, and I have no problem with it. I'm a warlock main, but when I use well, I feel like you're trying to downgrade me. You know what I mean? Like,
You're using me.
You're using me. You're using me because I can do so much more if I use this. Like, why do I need to use well? This is bad. You know what I mean? I don't want to use well. I want to use something else.
I love my Sunbreaker Titan. I really do. I've worn Sunbreaker Titan armor since it came into D2, and it just does nothing against anything. Like, I think it was like Eater of Worlds, and it was like, you hammer Titan, sweet. It was the only time it was actually useful. But holy crap, I will drop an entire super on not even a champion. It'll be like a Minotaur with no shield, and I'll drop 5 hammers into it, and it'll do nothing. It'll still be coming at me. It's like, wait, but let me put on Pelgrim Greaves and shoulder charge this thing and put melting point on them and help everybody. But it's the older classes definitely need to be tweaked up, because there's so many cool parts to the trees that
We started on Dawnblade.
well,
Even the helmet doesn't even help me with that, and that's supposed to work. And I don't see anything happen. Bottom tree Dawn's useless. I don't even know why I don't even use that. Let's go with the hunters. The golden gun is just disrespectful without the celestial nighthawk. I feel like I don't want to have to rock that. Like, you need to pop helmets in order for these things to do things, which it shouldn't be like that, because you got a chaos reach and you don't have to wear the boots if you don't want to. Just make it last long. You got a Nova Bomb that used to do work, and then you nerfed it. So now no one wants to use the top tree Nova Bomb. You remember you Nova Bomb back in Leviathan, and you would get all of that super back. And I was just like, yeah,
The gauntlets for Titans.
This is what we want to do. Yeah.
You know?
But now it's just like, yeah, y'all really played me. Bottom tree, Nova Bomb. I don't even know why that even exists. That sits there and makes Minotaurs laugh at me. You know what I mean? Like, I throw that thing at somebody, and the only thing I'm getting out of that is a devour. That's all I feel. Devour is the only thing. Kill somebody, get life back. But
right.
The super
That's
itself, it's just it's laughing. They're
Replace that with Shatter, please.
Yeah, like we're not making any noise here. I threw a Nova Bomb at something, a Minotaur. I'll never forget it. No shields, just like you said with the hammers. I threw the Nova Bomb, and all it did was just like take his like whole body off, where he started going crazy and start shooting mad shots from his gun. That was when I was like, wait, what? What happened to my Nova Bomb? Where's it at? It didn't kill him. It leaves a void there, but it doesn't do anything. The void doesn't even do much. Like, I feel like this is the I wanna show this to the world. I want to use this class, but I can't benefit from it without all I feel like I'm getting from it is the Devour perk. The Devour perk is pretty clutch. Basically, kill somebody, get life back.
Yeah.
But these bottom trees are laughable. And don't even get me started on the what is it? The shadow arrows that the hunter used, the tether. They don't even proc quick enough. Those are it's you heard it make the noise. You got more time to get away before it even procs. Like it's like you want to be able to use these classes. They proc. You shoot it, it procs automatically. Boom.
Yeah.
Tether. Like,
King's Fall, man. Tether. That was. That thing was just snappy. Like, as soon as you'd start it, 2 tethers out, done. You get it going. Middle bubble tighten. Then they got rid of that. But no. You know what? We could literally sit here all night, and I would love to carry on this conversation. And we will. We actually just side tangent all, so hard, but I really enjoyed our conversation and everything, and I think it's about time to wrap up. What do you think, Matt?
I think so. Amaze, please, where can people find you? Throw some plugs out.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, y'all can find me right here in the home of vibes, twitch.tv/amaze. I do daily motivation. I give out motivation throughout the course of the day on social media, so you can always follow me there as well. Twitter, just @amaze. That's UHM, 2 A's, 2 Y's, ZE. You can find me there. YouTube, of course. I don't remember what that one is because, Lord Jesus, I barely use my YouTube plug. But I need to use it. I just started making music from it now, so I'm dropping some music there.
Yes.
We just did a song for Sweatsicle, so Sweatsicle song is really, really taking off. And then I think that's all I really got. I'm just a person that just likes to provide great vibes and good energy. So
we appreciate it, and thank you very much for coming on the podcast tonight.
Yes.
And thank you everybody who in both chats, in Amaze's chat and our chat. Thank you very much. I've been hopping back and forth in between, kind of talking in each one, so we greatly appreciate you guys tuning in, and thank you for listening to us. If you can, please leave us a review on iTunes, Podbean, or wherever you listen to your podcast. It helps spread the podcast to others who may not have come across us. Keep up to date with everything we're doing over at guardiansmh.org. Check out our newest collaboration with social company that focuses on neurodivergency, and we have created a mental health kit that has tons of resources and strategies and amazing items that talk about neurodivergency. So go ahead, go over to guardiansmh.org, take a look, and request your free kit. Feel free to follow us on Twitter at GuardiansMH. Join our partner Discord server at discord.gg/GuardiansMH. If you're able to, feel free to donate to our nonprofit, help us keep the lights on, or at least in this case, keep Discord running. It's tiltify.com at GuardiansMH. If you want to keep helping to support not only the special collaborations we do for our mental health kits, but our own everyday regular mental health kit that we provide for free, help us out at either patreon.com at GMH Mental Health Kits or coffee.com/guardiansmh. Last but not least, if actually no, that's it because that one is going away soon. So that's it for now. We can edit that last part out. And thank you guys very much for tuning in and hanging out with us. Yeah, it was a bad screw up on my end, just completely derailed everything.
All right, now we can sidetrack
like-
all we want, right?
I'm like, oh wait, that's going away. Never mind.
Yeah.
No, wait, no.
Oh,
That was
geez.
nice. Yeah. You know what? It's really fantastic. The mental health kits are really amazing. And
Do you have the links that you can drop down here for them to just post
I
it in the
will-
chat so we could have
Sure, I'll just put
'cause
the
I have
whole-
a lot of people that would actually love to look into
You know
that.
what? I'm in your chat right now. I'm just gonna drop the link tree that will have everything.
Okay.
There you go.
Yep.
That's
If you
even
go
better.
to our
Like
website,
Nate already did, like he's already passed you.
oh,
I didn't
got
link
me
tree
already?
though. I didn't link
Drop the
tree.
link
yet.
tree. There you go. Get the
Link tree.
the great
Hold,
thing
please.
is if you
Hold on, chat.
people want to just go to our website guardiansmh.org and you hit the drop down, you will see everything that's available right there, from programs to
Yes.
games that have mental health focuses that you might be interested in playing, to our ambassador team members, the streamer mental health kit training that we collaborate with other organizations with, our mental health kits, the neurodiversity mental health kits. All of those are accessible, and all of our mental health kits, including the collaborations, are all free, including shipping.
Yes.
And that's one thing we do to put our best foot forward and make a positive impact throughout the entire community, with providing opportunities to have access to meaningful resources and sensory items that can really make a difference in somebody's everyday life, and give them the tools for their own self-care and help them in multiple ways. So they go out every single month. Go check them out if you're interested in them. All you have to do is put in a request and one will come to your door.
There you go.
No shipping, nothing.
Make sure you click that link. I am back on my camera, but I can
Yep.
still talk and vibe. Right now we're done, so I don't have to hold back. Go over there and check out those links, man. And go over there, vibe out. All right. A lot of y'all ask for mental things and mental questions, mental health, anything like that. These kids might be able to be the help for you. Go over there, click that, man. Don't miss out on these type of things. That's how you lose out here, man. And you want to be helped out here. You want to have some vibes. That way you don't have to come for me and I don't know all the answers. So please, by all means, do that, all right? Take advantage. Woo!
Yeah, absolutely.
There we go.
But yeah,
And come pop into the Discord. Come say hi. We're cool.
there you go.
I think.
What
I'm
y'all
cool.
do in the Hadaya situation? What's y'all next move now? When y'all do it, like when y'all done with the cast here, what's next?
I've
Vog.
been pushing. I've been pushing to do a Vog.
Yeah.
Wait, Destiny.
Yeah.
Are y'all on
Teams.
Xbox? Are y'all on Xbox?
PC.
No,
Come on, man, y'all
PC.
killing me, man.
I can do it.
Sorry.
Serve none of y'all.
Soon.
on
Like you were
console.
saying. Soon.
Soon.
Season 15.
I'm on Xbox.
I have an Xbox.
Nate.
I don't have Destiny for it.
You don't have Destiny? Oh man, y'all are just disrespecting the Xbox.
Sorry.
I
Jesus.
use an Xbox controller on PC. How
Jesus.
How does that work?
it
Jesus.
doesn't work. It does
I mean,
work, but
so do I. I got my Sombra controller.
Oh, did you order that? Is that a custom made one?
This is from a booth in PAX. Oh my god. Controller Chaos. They had this.
Hey, controller
Yeah.
chaos. Wow.
Yeah.
you know what's kind of
Yeah.
funny? I thought
Mad nice.
I thought my controller was breaking, so I bought I bought a new one because I thought it turned out it was just user error. But I ended up buying the Cyberpunk controller.
What?
Dude, it's
Oh,
pretty
well,
That
sweet.
was nice.
It
Well,
is
let me tell you,
nice.
Very nice.
hold on. I got my controller as well. What did I do with it? Okay, yeah. So I got a delivery, a package from doing the promotion for Outriders when it released. So I had to do a paid proposition here, and I got this.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a
That's just
amazing
sexy.
controller.
Pretty.
Yeah, this I have not taken it like basically used it yet, but I have it, and it's really, 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 really good.
That's just very nice.
Yeah, I keep it in here. All I do is keep it in the spot.
No,
Just
don't want to get any
keep it
Cheeto
nice.
juice on that one.
Yeah, I literally use this Elite controller, and you don't know what this thing looks like anymore. This thing is pretty. I don't know how it's operational because everything from it, the padding and everything is gone. Like it's buttons look like they want to come off.
But it still works.
Look at it. Look at it. I have nothing on the back here. He's supposed to be like support
Yeah.
from like my fingers. Yeah,
The
that's
grippies
all
come
gone.
right off.
Yep. And I don't know why they come off. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. You know, like I don't know why it's like it's coming off. Like I didn't do anything wrong here. But
That
that's
kung fu grip.
I think that's what it is. I don't even notice I'm playing hard. That's what it is. You notice when you play, you don't even notice you're playing hard. Like you're just gaming. Like, and I don't know. That's you. I'll leave it to y'all PC players who using the mouse and keyboard. GG to you guys, because I can't use it. I tried it a couple times and just like, nope. 2 months in, still no. Is that
That's
what it
I
is?
use.